Where the fuck do I even begin? Where the hell do I actually begin with what I've just witnessed? With just everything. Like, that show, I'm gonna be the one that just goes out and say that show was awful. That show was terrible. The only thing that was worth were the two two singles matches, and that's it. I thought Drew versus Sammy was all right, and I thought Gunther versus AJ was pretty good. These Rumbles, bud, you never realize just how badly a Royal Rumble needs an active crowd to really sell it, to make it feel huge. This stadium was fucking empty for most of it. The lack of crowd killed the Women's Rumble. It killed it. Like, that's all I gotta say. It is the Women's Rumble should have been seen as so much better than it should have been so much better than it was, all because the crowd were dead halfway through. Like, the entire time, for half of it at least. I'm gonna say this, and I'm probably not the only one who thinks that Saudi crowd just should have played itself out of WrestleMania next year. You absolutely cannot have WrestleMania over there now. You can't. I don't care about the money that you could be getting from it, and you're going to be getting a lot. You're going to get a lot of money for it. There's no way. You can't justify having a Royal Rumble over there. You can't justify having WrestleMania over there when the Royal Rumble that was over there was that bad. The Women's Rumble should have been a lot better than it was. I will say that right now. It was fine. It was fine. But I'm a firm believer in this now, and I'm a firm believer in this until the day I die. They should not have had that Rumble over there. They should have had the Royal Rumble, the SmackDown the week before they left for Saudi. Sure, you have it in front of you couldn't have had it in front of a small. Honestly, you probably would have had it in front of a bigger crowd if you just did it stateside on a SmackDown. You can't have that. You can't have that much death in the crowd during a Royal Rumble. You can't have that. There were how many different goddamn entrants did they have in the Royal Rumble? There was no crowd noise. Nobody cheered anyone. It's like, and like, honestly, I can understand that for some people. Like, I can understand that for maybe Kiana James. I can understand that. I can understand for someone like a Kiana James, who's maybe not a huge star. I can maybe understand that for someone from NXT who's like maybe not been in front of a main roster audience before, like a JC Jane. I can see that. That I can get. But everyone else, look, it's clear for a goddamn fact. It's clear at this point that Saudi Arabia does not and will never care about women. They don't. And their reaction to everything that happened, with the exception of maybe like 3 or 4 people, proves it. They cheer who? Like who? Liv. They cheered Brie Bella when she came out, which I'll admit, that was a genuine shock. I'm gonna be real. I figured they wouldn't touch her with a 10-foot pole because of the whole, Brian thing. I imagine they wouldn't do that. But also, it's just, I imagine they wouldn't do that. So that was fun. I do not need to see the Bella Twins in WWE in 2026, though. And that was your only real surprise entrant. The entire way. For the women, at least. Like, something's got to give. Yeah, Tiffany's return at number 30 was good. Her finishing second, not bad. This really was Liv's Rumble to win, and as much as I'll honestly, and I'll admit it, as much as I'm not a Liv Morgan fan, I can at least accept, like, oh yeah, fine, okay, sure, that I can take. Just like, all right, cool. She finished third once, she finished second twice, including last year, whatever. No, Roxanne finished last year. Finished second last year. I feel like I should know that. But she finally won it. Cool, feel good story. That's fine. All I can ask is keep the goddamn belts where they are now. Because if we have to run Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley for a championship again at WrestleMania 42, 43, whichever fucking one this is, I'm actually about to lose faith in the fact that Hunter has no fucking idea what he's doing. Like, I'm honestly kind of at that point already. Like, bro doesn't really know what he's doing. Does he? Who the hell knows? Does not change the fact that the worst part of this Rumble was the fact that nobody got any sort of reaction for anything. Yeah, the only real reactions that anybody got was Lash Legend getting booed because she eliminated everyone's favorites, which is a series that I loved, by the way. I loved that. I thought it was awesome. Good for her. I'm glad they did it with her and not Nia Jax. Like, very, very glad that they did it with her and not Nia Jax. I feel like you could have had that heat somewhere else. Like, you could have done that. It's like you could have, like, the fact that they could have did that and they did that, great, perfect. I liked the amount of the NXT representation we got. I like that. I did not expect Lonnie at 27. Did not. That was fun. I feel like Lola at 6. I mean, putting Lola in Saudi Arabia is like just kind of kills the purpose, doesn't it? Like, doesn't it? I mean, excuse me if I sound out of line here, but like, doesn't it kind of ruin the purpose? Like, Soul had a great run. She finished third. Love that. NXT gets podium. We love that. And I feel like I'm missing one more. Somebody else from NXT showed up. Oh, Jace. JC did fine. She did fine. But it was one of those things where it's like, it was hard to stay invested when the crowd was dead. Admittedly. It's like, there were some fun. I barely even remember anything that happened in the match specifically. I remember the fucking stalling at the beginning with Charlotte and Alexa. I remember that. I didn't like that. Like, look, man, I understand, like, oh, you're friends, but fucking just fight each other, bro. Like, come on. That's all I can really ask for. Just stop jerking each other off and just hit your friend for 3 minutes. Like, pretend you don't care. For the start of the Rumble, then when the third person comes in, you switch. Like, it's not... This Rumble started with 3 minutes of fucking nothing. I swear, the crowd was... From that opening bell, there was like 5 or so straight minutes where the crowd was just dead. The crowd was dead quiet. And that is alarming. Well, it's alarming. It would be alarming for any Royal Rumble, but to be totally honest, they're just fucking... Like, but to be totally honest, it wasn't really as alarming for this one because it was women in front of Saudi Arabia. So, like, that one kind of just makes sense. Actually, let me go ahead and see if I can find a recap of the show so I remember what happened. Because my ass sucks. My ass is terrible at remembering. My ass is terrible at remembering this kind of shit. Okay. All right. So we start off with, and then Nia comes in. Nia comes in and she gets booed like a decent amount. Then Ivy comes in, nobody cares. Then Lola comes in, barely anybody cares. Candice LeRae comes in for her first appearance, and God knows how fucking long, no one cares. To be fair, they really haven't been given a reason to care about 90% of these people. Even I honestly doubt that Candice LeRae or Ivy Nile really would have gotten reaction stateside either. Like, I don't think that would have happened either. Because when was the last time any of them were actually on TV? Like, when did that happen? When was the last time that happened? Honestly, I don't watch the weekly program anymore just because it's fucking ass. It's terrible. Then after that, Jordan Grace came in. It was fine. She had a good performance, 3 eliminations. She lasted to the final 10. Final 8. She was number 8. Then Becky came out. Or no. No, I was wrong. Never mind. She was eliminated 8th. Becky Lynch came out. That was a interesting spot that got her eliminated. Then Sol Ruka came out. But she did good. We've already talked about her. Roxanne Perez came out. In full-on Shigo cosplay. We love that choice. Love that choice. Maxine comes out at number 12. She trades barbs with Becky for a little bit. Overall gets eliminated by Becky. With the help of number 13, Natalya, Natty, I guess I should say. Who's just, I feel like didn't really last a long time in the Rumble. I didn't really get to see a lot of what WWE's interpolation of the low-key legend Natty Neidhart. I didn't really get to see a whole lot of it. And considering I don't have access to the family Netflix password, chances are I won't be seeing it for a while. Then number 14, Liv Morgan came in. We've already talked about she won. 3 eliminations. Not bad. Pretty good, I would say. Then Lash came in, who honestly, I will say, I'm going to say this, I think Lash was the MVP of the Royal Rumble. I think Lash had the best showing out of everybody. It's between Lash and Sol, I would say. I think Sol would have had a better shot if she didn't only have 1 elimination. I think that I would have preferred a lot more if Sol had a little more to do if Sol had a little more to do in the match. If she had a couple more eliminations. Then Zelina Vega came in, and then you realize, holy shit. Oh, also, I'd like to just point out, Roxanne Perez maybe got a little bit of a I forgot. I keep forgetting this. Becky Lynch got a decent reaction. Sol Ruka got pretty much nothing, which broke my heart. I'm gonna be real with you. It broke my heart. So I think she's fantastic. Roxanne got a little murmur. Maxine got barely anything. Natty got barely anything. Liv Morgan got a good pop, but she's one of the 4 women they cheer for over there. Lash barely got anything. Zelina barely got anything. Shit, I feel like Raquel barely got anything. Like, I feel like, just when you see it's just because you can doesn't mean that you should put women on these shows, because they have conveyed so frequently that they just don't give a fuck. No matter how much they may try to convince you, oh, we care, we're gonna let them wrestle. Just because you let them wrestle doesn't mean that you're gonna be in your seat to watch it, because chances are you're probably not. And we saw that. Although, to be fair, I'll give it this. I'll put a timeout on this a little bit. How much of that was because it was the Women's Royal Rumble, and how much of that was because this event started at 10 o'clock at night in Saudi Arabia? Like, what sense does that make? I understand, like, make it live for everybody else, but, like, why? Make it live for the people stateside. Okay, then why not just have it stateside? Oh, it's because you're not getting blood and oil money, that's why. You get paid how fucking much money to have a Royal Rumble in an arena, in a brand new stadium, arena-sized stadium that they built in a month's time. Specifically for this show, they'll say. when it's likely just because the King Fahd Stadium, I think, is already occupied. If I'm not mistaken, I do believe the Saudi Pro League is still going on. Probably don't want their pitch ruined. They built this whole thing in a month, and they say it was like a 25,000 person gate. That is so brazenly full of crap. There is absolutely no fucking way there was 25,000 people in there. 25,000 seats, I'll give you. There was maybe less than half of that. Like, I'll give you maybe 12,500 at the absolute most. Like, you can't run a show like this. They set this show up to fail. Just, like, it's really, really difficult to articulate my thoughts here. I'm really trying to I'm really trying my best. I was like, I'm really trying my best here. So, I'm gonna repeat myself a lot, if I may. So, all right, where did I leave off? Okay, Raquel, yeah. So Raquel came in. She did fairly decently. She had one of the better showings, I would say. Chelsea Green came out, and there were so many damn people who wanted Chelsea Green to win this Royal Rumble. And I'm gonna say this as somebody who does really enjoy Chelsea Green's act. She has a ceiling, and it's not Royal Rumble winner ceiling. I don't think, and you can clip this and send it back to me should it ever happen. Should it ever happen. I do not think they see Chelsea Green as a women's champion caliber person. And that is fine. You need people to hold the mid-card down, and Chelsea Green is doing a fantastic job of that. Because, like, she's doing name a more consistently entertaining act in the WWE women's mid-card than Chelsea Green. You can't do it. And she's perfect where she is now. And realistically, with WWE, like, Brian Alvarez likes to talk about how in AEW, nobody gets elevated. Nobody really gets elevated anywhere anymore. Everybody, like, has their spots, and that's about it. Like, it's very rare when somebody actually gets elevated anywhere, and Chelsea Green is in a perfect spot right now. She is perfect where she is. She's perfect being who she is right now. Although they do need to get somebody else for the Hervis, because it's not looking good for old Piper Niven over there. It's not looking good at all. I think I saw a report that Piper Niven may actually never wrestle again. She might be done. So that sucks. So we gotta get somebody else for the Hervis. In all honesty, I kind of want it to be Ethan Page, but also at the same time, in my head, I'm like, no, that'd just be stupid. That's Ethan Page is better than that. I mean, even though they are killing it right now as a Team Canada-esque kind of deal in NXT and holding the AAA Mixed Tag Championships too, but I don't want him involved in that part of it. I'm gonna be real. I think All Ego will go over well on the main roster. They just got to give him a chance. Number 19, Julia came in, which popped me. I was happy. Obviously, as I would be. I think she did all right. Her one elimination was Zelina Vega, which, like, cool. Just kind of a meh of a performance. Then number 20, Chelsea got a pop. Julia got nothing. Broke my heart again, by the way. That was not fun to happen. It wasn't fun. Then Io came out at number 20. She got a pop. Again, one of the 4 women they cheer for. Asuka came out. I think she got a halfway decent pop, I think, because this is technically... Is it technically a return? I don't fucking know. It was fine. Rhea Ripley came out. She got a good cheer. Again, one of the 4 women they cheer for. So, like, sure. It's fine. She had a pretty good showing. Number was eliminated right before the final four. I think she was number 5. She came in 5th place, which is fine. She was eliminated by Raquel Rodriguez, which I don't know how much I agree with that, but I get it. I get it. Saudi Arabia sucks. We've established this. I've said this already. I think personally they played themselves. They should. They're not gonna, but they should, with that crowd performance, they should have played themselves out of WrestleMania next year. Just say, you know what? Keep your money. We're gonna have it somewhere else. We should actually give the WrestleMania back to New Orleans. Even though New Orleans has had too fucking many. New Orleans has had too many goddamn WrestleManias, but hell, I'd take it there again over Saudi Arabia next year. And Bayley comes in, got a decent reaction, I guess. I guess you could say keep her on the fringes of one of the 4 they cheer for. I'd say really the 4 women they cheer for are probably Becky, Liv, Io, and Rhea. Those are the 4 that consistently get good pops over there. That's it. Bayley was eliminated by Nikki Bella, which hurt my feelings a lot. I hated that a lot. Number 24, JC Jane came in, got no fucking pop whatsoever. None. 0. Which, like, again, I've established, I understand it. I've literally been making the joke. It's like, I'm going to tell you this right now, and it's going to hurt to hear, but it's the truth. That crowd is going to give you nothing, because not only are you a woman, they've likely never heard of you. So if they don't cheer you, it's not your fault. But just be ready for the idea that they're not the possibility and the inevitability, really, that they're not going to cheer for you. And guess what? They didn't. They gave her nothing. She is our champion, for God's sake. They gave her just pins dropping. You could hear them, I promise. And number 25, Nikki Bella comes in, much to the happiness of everyone who's in the live audience and nobody who has a brain. Nikki Bella shows up. And it's like, oh, wow, holy shit. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody should care. At 26, Lyra comes in. They do her little crowd chant with it, so I gotta give Saudi that. They did that. They did the little calling of the bird thing or whatever the fuck, the who during her, even though I think she's technically supposed to be like a raven or something. Not, the hooing is an owl thing. I don't fucking know. I have no idea. And, but like, other than that, I mean, there's not really a lot there. Kalani Jordan comes out at 27, the golden number, which is a surprise to me. I did not expect Lonnie in this Rumble, but you know what? Props to him for doing it. She got no reaction, and I almost threw something in my TV. The hooing was a New Day thing first, yes. I would have crashed if I were watching by myself. Thankfully I wasn't. I had to choke back a lot of words when I was watching with my family. Number 28, Steve the Pirate, Kairi Sane came out. I will admit I did like the stuff that they did. I did like the stuff between her, Asuka, and Io. I liked all of that. I like that Kairi technically eliminated Asuka. I like that very much. I'm interested to see where that's gonna go. I'm interested to see where that's going to go. And maybe a little reunion of the Sky Pirates? Maybe, when this whole Rio nonsense is over. Look, whenever this whole Rio nonsense is over, I want Io to have that bond with Kairi still there, but I don't necessarily want them to be a tag team, because I think Io's too much of a star to be bound to a tag team for too long. Same with Rhea Ripley, to be totally honest. Kairi can be built up. She can be. She needs to be. If she wants to be believed as being an actually halfway decent threat for anything major on the roster. Because honestly, she's not right now. And it hurts me to say it, because I adore her. I love her. I mean, shit, it should be obvious. I've been waiting how long in Pro Wrestling Sim for TNA to die so I can have her? I feel like it should be obvious. Like, I do enjoy a little bit of Kairi Sane. Like, this should not be a surprise. Anyone who's been around, it won't be. Number 29, the only actual surprise of this whole thing, okay, the only surprise of this entire Women's Rumble was Brie Bella. Now, I'm gonna admit, do I need to see Brie Bella in 2026? Not really. But I will give it this. It did surprise me because I figured they saw the whole Bryan Danielson's not with them and he's with their main rivals, you know? I figured they wouldn't bring her back for anything. But you know what? Kudos. They did it. They put that aside and she made the trip. And she was there. She eliminated Lyra Valkyria and that made me sad again. And I was like, oh, wow. You got both of them now. Oh, good. Please don't let them go after the Women's Tag Championships. And please don't have them win the Women's Tag Championships. Over Io and Rhea Ripley, please. Don't do that. As much as I don't want Rio to be an item on TV for very long, I don't want it to end like that. Like, I want it to be an amicable split. Like fucking what teams had an amicable split? Briggs and Jensen in NXT had an amicable split. Fucking just draft them to different. Next time you do a draft, just draft them to different brands. Just do that. I'm maybe one of the only people on the planet that says, you know what? I don't need Rio to be on TV together. I don't need that. I like when they interact with each other. I don't need them to be with each other constantly. I don't need that. I want to see both of them flourish on their own. This genuinely just kind of felt like a padding their stats kind of deal. Io is, by old definition, before the mid-card belts were a thing, Io is the Grand Slam champion in WWE. And I believe so is Rhea Ripley. So, like, what are we doing here? They're both... Rhea was a Grand Slam champion before... Well, they both were Grand Slam champions before this started. So what is even the point anymore? It's like, oh, put the two biggest stars of the women's division together, because God forbid we come up with two stories instead of just one. It's like, let's just kill two birds with one stone. The only problem is that one stone is made out of foam, and the goddamn birds are fully grown ravens. Like, you're not gonna kill a raven with a foam rock. They're just not gonna do it. And number 30, Tiffany Stratton comes out, makes her return. Well, hey, that's fun. It's Stiffy time, everybody. Tiff is back. Cool, yay. No Bianca Belair. Still. How badly did Bianca fuck up her hand? Because I don't think she's wrestled in, like, almost a year. It's been a long time. So let me see if I can find it on Cage Match. This is going to be a very, very scuffed rant period. So, like, just, like, be ready for me to not really talk a lot. I mean, maybe not be ready for me to not talk a lot. It's just, like, be ready for me to just kind of not... Be ready for me to just go silent sometimes when I'm, like, looking something up. When was the last time Bianca Belair wrestled? The last time Bianca Belair wrestled was at WrestleMania. WrestleMania 41, WrestleMania Sunday. Was the last time. That was 420 last year. It is now 131-26. It's been 9 months. What did she do to her hand? Did she lose her entire hand? Like, how is this still a thing? That's all I gotta know at this point is what did she do to her hand? Because it's fucked up if she's out for 9 months. I say I'm taking an ad break over there. I won't really be taking an ad break off for this. Obviously, you can subscribe and get rid of the ads if you have the means to do so. Listen to the rant uncut. Not like this is going up anyway. This will be public on Twitch until it's not, and that's it. Said potential recovery goofs. Like, fucking hell, it has to be. There's no way that injury just by itself, unless that injury, there's no way it isn't that. It's not setbacks. Unless the only injury I can see maybe lasting 9 months is a slow recovery with nerve damage and she couldn't move her fingers. That's about it. That is the only kind of injury I see lasting. Obviously, I'm not a doctor. Not at all. Not even fucking close. I don't have the patience for that. But, like, it just seems preposterous that it's been 9 months and we've seen nothing. Just like, I almost feel like there has to have been some kind of setback gap or whatever. So that's the Women's Rumble. Liv wins. Gets a pretty sizable pop. Which, again, you would have... I am honest to God. Let this exact Rumble play out the way it did, but I want to hear the reaction, what would have happened if Sol Ruka won the whole thing. I want to hear what that crowd would have sounded like if somebody they didn't know won the entire thing. I bet it sounded a lot like the stream right now. Hear that? Good, because neither do I. I imagine if it wasn't one of the 4 women they cheered for, they would have gotten pretty much nothing. And I've already made my peace with it. Like, I don't like Liv Morgan as much as a lot of other people do. I will admit that I did like Liv Morgan's elimination of Raquel Rodriguez. I liked that. I'll give it that. I liked that. Like, I don't enjoy Liv's work as much of a lot of other people. But, like, I could recognize this was her Rumble to lose. Like, it really was this was her chance to win it. So, like, I can put my hands up and be like, all right, fine. She finally did it. Just muted claps. Yeah, something like that. Just like, I could stick my hands and be like, all right, I didn't really like the winner, but sure. Whatever. All I gotta say is that I know I literally just talked about how I don't want Rhea Ripley and Io Sky to be in this tag team forever, and I don't want them to be in this tag team forever, and I want them to succeed on their own. But also, at the same time as I say that, excuse me, please keep the goddamn belts off of... Please keep them where they are. Keep them where they are. Hell, just... You can keep the Women's World Championship on Stephanie. And just keep doing what you're doing with Stephanie, because what you're doing with Stephanie is at least passable. I need Jade to wrestle more, like, than she has, which is a low bar, because she's wrestled precisely fucking none since she won that belt. So, like, just have her wrestle a little bit. Liv versus either of those two, I'm not gonna lie. There's an option here, and it's Liv versus Stephanie. It's gonna be it should be Liv versus Stephanie, because I do not think that Liv versus Jade Cargill is an interesting match at all. Liv is fine in the ring, but she's not good enough to be the driving force in a match, and neither is Jade Cargill. So, like, it's just going to be the same spots as usual. It's going to go on for about 10 minutes too long, and it's just not going to be a good look. So, like, I just prefer if we don't have that. And, like, WWE has watered down Stephanie Vaquer so fucking much since she came in. She is the devil's kiss, and that's it. To 95% of people. And again, I've said it once, said it a million times, that breaks my heart. Because Stephanie is so good outside of that. She's a great wrestler. She's really, really good in the ring. And her English is getting significantly better. It's great, but fucking Booker T had to do Booker T things, be weird during the devil's kiss, and completely just, they've flanderized Stephanie Vaquer as world champion in like no time at all. She is now the one who does the devil's kiss to everybody, which sucks. They very well could be, I think. Hold on, let me check. It might be you, it might be the stream. I have no fucking idea. I'm just at that point where I'm just saying shit. Oh, great. There's a ping for me in baseball. I swear to God, if this is a fucking immaculate grid, I'm gonna explode. If this is a fucking immaculate grid, I'm going to explode. Sorry. Taking a sec to check this unread. Here. Fuck me. Fuck me running. Alright, so we're not getting... We just signed a Luis Arias. Actually, you know what? As a guy who can get on base and contact with the ball, fine. Fine. It's fine. Fucking, all right. Well, we have our second... I honestly would just much rather watch Casey Schmidt the entire year. That's just me, though. That's just me. I'd much rather watch Casey Schmidt the entire year. Because at least Casey Schmidt can play defense at second. Luis Arias can't. Okay. So where was I? Oh, yeah. Flanderizing Stephanie Vaquer. Yeah, they did that. And it sucks. And I'm going to be real. What I would personally do at some point, it's gonna, it probably won't happen. But I think you need to have Liv Morgan go into this match, sans Judgment Day, and you need to have Steph play the heel. And you can make people take Stephanie Vaquer seriously by teasing, after she maybe has that change or whatever, she just teases doing the devil's kiss and just doesn't do it. She just takes the devil's kiss out of her arsenal until WrestleMania. And then that's what puts her down or whatever. Like, I'm sick of this. I want people to respect Stephanie Vaquer for what she is. Not what she... I want her to respect her for what she is. Not for one move that happened to pop Booker T that one time. That every time. Alright, I should probably move on. Styles versus Gunther was, I would say, the only match that I would consider, like, great. I mean, it was AJ Styles and it was Gunther. So, like, obviously, you would want it to be good, right? 24 minutes of Gunther just kind of doing what he does. It was a lot like the John Cena match, except it was a lot more clean. It was a lot more tight. It was a lot it was a lot more tight. It was a lot cleaner. Like, it was tight. It was a lot cleaner. It just was a lot more it was a lot better of a match, I would say, than Gunther. Gunther and Cena was fine. I'd call this was a good match, personally, to me. The ending with him passing out, honestly, is what they should have did with John Cena. Cena should have passed out, not tapped out. But they're really trying to build up this sleeper. They're really trying to make it seem like it's the ultimate death move. And to be fair, Getting choked out by a man that size, it ain't pretty to look at. So, like, I get that. It's believable. But yeah, Styles' last match being in Saudi Arabia, I don't buy that. I don't buy that. As much as I understand the selling point of it being, oh, it could be his last match. Personally, I think his last match was the match of Saturday night's main event against Nakamura. That the whole throwback to the kind of throwback to the Wrestle Kingdom 10 match. Like, yeah, I mean it with the gears and everything. That Saturday night's main event match was great. I have to go back and watch it a second time. But I do remember watching it and it was really good. This one was good. Styles, he went out strong. He really did. Give him that. People starting to really not like this direction they're taking with Gunther. As long as they don't make everything career threatening with all the, like, he can just kind of bully a legend for a little bit. He can lose a match. He can a single match maybe. Like have somebody like catch him out on a day. Have Randy beat him at some point. Just as like a something he wasn't prepared for. Maybe a thing that he doesn't see very often. And then they can have a second match and he can win that one. As in, like, he's come back smarter. Like, they could do that. They could do that. Are they going to do that? Is it smart? Is it just dumb enough for them to do it? Who the fuck knows? Who the fuck knows? Which, okay, that was match of the night, I would say. Match of the night. It was the third longest match. The Women's Rumble was the longest match of the night. Went an hour and 7 minutes. I'd say you maybe had crowd noise for like maybe 20% of that. Maybe. Then moving on to that, we had Drew versus Sammy for the yeah, I think that's what they're gonna do. That sounds about right. Then we move on to Sami Zayn and Drew McIntyre, which I'm gonna be real, I'm surprised it ended the way it did. I'm surprised it ended the way it did with no shenanigans whatsoever, clean as a whistle. I am actually kind of surprised. Considering the chicken shit way that Drew won the title, I am surprised his first, I think, major pay-per-view defense ended cleanly. I'm very surprised about that. And surprised in a good way. Sami Zayn is really, really good at what he does. Drew McIntyre is really, really good at what he does. Having them play up their characters the way they do, it worked. I think it worked. Excuse me. Ooh. Ooh. Then the Men's Rumble happened. Oh boy. The Men's Rumble happened. Of all the Men's Rumbles, this one certainly happened. Okay. Okay. First off, this match had a whole total of 2 surprises, I would say. I mean, I would say it had 2 surprises. I mean, well, actually, you could argue 4. You could argue 4. I'll give you 3. It's like, I'll give you 3. I'll give you 3. We'll go through it as we do. Number 1, Obafemi comes out. I'm jazzed. I'm like, okay, cool. Maybe a little early, personally, to me. But, I mean, you could have him go on an insane run. You could have him go on an insane run and have him do his thing. You could. And that's kind of what they started to do. Braun Breaker comes out for number 2. And I was jazzed as fuck, as I imagine a lot of other people were. I was like, oh yeah, baby, this is the kind of duo you start this shit with. And then the mask guy comes out. Attacks Braun Breaker. leaves him to the wolves, the wolf that is Obafemi. And Obafemi throws him out, really, before anything starts. Which, like, fine. Build the story or whatever. I mean, I really would have preferred it if they did it to, like, Theory. Or... Yeah, I knew they weren't going to do it to Logan Paul. I would have liked it if they did it with Theory. I think that would have been better. Would have probably been received a lot better. Since a lot of people had Braun Breaker as a dark horse as a real choice to win the whole thing, to be thrown out inside of like 4 seconds, kind of a little bit of a letdown. Then Obafemi kind of goes into his mini Brock Lesnar 2020 run, getting Solo Sikoa, Rey Mysterio, Rusev, and Matt Cardona kind of fed to him, which was fun, I guess. It was fine. I mean, I don't necessarily like them chucking Rusev out like that. That's just me, though. I think Rusev is really good. I like him a lot. They haven't really been doing a lot with him, so I understand why they did this. But, like, nah. Kinda. Just, nah. Javon Evans, then Damian Priest came out. And things kind of slowed down for a little while. Javon Evans came out, and, oh boy, if I gotta fucking choose an MVP of the men's match, I think Javon Evans has to be your answer. Goddamn, boy was everywhere. He was fantastic. He had a really, really good showing. Then number 9, you could argue our first real surprise of the Rumble. Mr. Iguana came out, which, like, fine. I like Mr. Iguana. I think he lasted about as long as he should have in the match. Yeah, I think he lasted about as long as he should have. I liked the spot with Damian Priest chokeslamming both him and Layeska. I liked that. I thought it was funny. Other than that, I mean, he didn't really do that much. Trick Williams at number 10. He got way more of a reaction than I thought he would. I did not think he would get much of a cheer at all, but he did. He did. And honestly, good. Very good. And he was in there for a good amount of time. And Cody came out at 11, which was a surprise. Which I figured obviously it's Cody. He would have come out later, but it was good to see him come in early. Have those little stare down with Obafemi. Had to get to exchange with him just a little bit, which I thought was fine. Then El Grande Americano came out. Ludwig Kaiser came out. El Grande Americano came out, and he was fun. He was fun to watch for a little bit. Then El Grande Americano came out. Chad Gable is back. Well, the first El Grande Americano. There's no telling who it could be. So they did the Spider-Man point doink mirror shit. And then El Grande Americano. The first one eliminated the second one. And then Trick Williams very soon after threw out the second one. Threw out the first one. And then he chucked out Mr. Iguana. And that made way for Powerhouse Hobbs, now dubbed Royce Keys, the second surprise of the Rumble, I would say. I honestly did not think they were going to get Hobbs over to the Royal Rumble. But you know what? They did. I would say he had a decent enough showing. I mean, he didn't really do a whole lot with him. I mean, I liked him eliminating Damian Priest. I like that. So he did something at least. He got to have his little moment with Cody. It was fun. They got to do a spot together where Royce Keys was able to stop one of the Cody flatback slap thing, whatever the fuck he does. That was fun. I like that. Number 15, Austin Theory came out, and I was like, why? It's Austin fucking Theory. Why? Is my question. That's all I have to say. And Bronson Reed came out, and I'm like, oh, okay, cool, sure, whatever. Like, oh, baby, it beat Bronson Reed. He came out and immediately hit a tsunami on Javon Evans and looked like he crushed him. It's like, oh no, somebody might have to scrape Javon off the canvas. He might be stuck. Who knows? Number 17, Ilya Dragunov came out. And I was pretty excited to see what he could do with some of the guys that were in there. I wanted to see him mix it up with a couple of dudes. I got to see him mix them up with some dudes, which was fun. And then number 18 genuinely got a pog face out of me. Laparka, and his old ass age, managed to show up to Saudi. Surprised me. So that was fun to see. I liked seeing Laparka. He got to do his Laparka thing before he got eliminated by Austin Theory, which sucked. Which we never like watching people get eliminated by Austin Theory, because, well, fuck him. That's all I can really say. Then after that, Dragon Lee came out, which he was there. He existed. Which was fine. So, like, nah. Logan Paul came out at number 20. I was like, yeah, okay. How far is this one gonna go? Well, hey. So then I almost said Judgment Day. No, the Vision start beating people up. As they do, as you would. Then LA Knight comes out. Pretty sizable pop. Nearly eliminates the entire Vision by himself. Gets rid of Austin Theory and Bronson Reed. Then Brock Lesnar happened at number 22. He flung some people around for a little bit. Got to go chest to chest with Obafemi, which was fun. They shared a couple of moments. And then the rest of the field broke them up, tried to attack them all at once. And you just see, oh, then The Miz happened. The Miz happening was funny, I guess. Yeah, The Miz happening was pretty funny. It's like, oh shit, wait a minute, hold on. And then leaving the ring before everybody would break him up. Then you just see in the corner of the screen, Ilya Dragunov chops Brock Lesnar a good couple times. Just doesn't sell at all. Just picks up Dragunov and just throws him out. I don't like that. Look, I understand that Brock Lesnar just does that. I don't like that. Don't like that at all. So that wasn't fun. Then Brock and Obafemi have another spot. Rey Fenix comes in, tries to go off the top rope, gets caught, and immediately gets thrown out. So that wasn't fun either. Then Brock Lesnar just eliminated Obafemi. No, not any real struggle. Just eliminated him. And that I'm gonna be real is where I lost my interest. I lost interest right about there. I'm like, all right, lost cause. I don't care what direction they go with this anymore. Because Obafemi, I would say, aside from Javon Evans, probably had the best showing. They booked him to look like a huge deal until Brock Lesnar came. And I do not know exactly what it is this company sees with the piss fetishist, rapist, whatever you want to call him. He's named in that lawsuit. Let's not forget that. He's there. His name is there. But yeah, just use him to just extinguish the flame of a young, up-and-coming black superstar who's exactly in his same mold. And yeah, just great optics, pal. Even better optics when it was in Saudi. And then maybe the funniest part of the entire Rumble, for me, in like the worst way, number 25 is Jey Uso. Jey Uso is doing his long-winded ass entrance, and Brock Lesnar gets eliminated in the middle of his entrance, and nobody cares. It gets no reaction at all. Brock Lesnar gets eliminated by Cody Rhodes and LA Knight in the middle of Jey Uso's entrance, and nobody cares. Which, if that is not just a microcosm of WWE as a whole right now, as much as I don't want to admit that, it just is kind of how things go for them at this moment. And then he goes, oh, we're gonna look, put the sunglasses, run it back, right? Gets up on the turnbuckle to run it back. Countdown starts. Here comes Roman. Great. Okay. Roman's here. And then they tease what maybe the other funniest part of the Royal Rumble. They tease him starting. They tease him going back up, and Roman Reigns just punches him in the face. Good. I like that. I like that a lot. That was fun. No more yeeting. Bye-bye goes Jey Uso. Jacob Fatu at 27. He was wearing a Niners jacket coming in. We like to see a rep. Love to see that. He's from Sacramento. That's firm Niners country. I mean, it is now, at least. Always struck me as more of a Raiders guy, that Fatu. I'm not going to finish why exactly. Number 28, Penta came out. Existed. He was the Iron Man last year. Even though like 3 minutes in, both his feet touched the floor in one of his spots with Rey Mysterio. And he figured Sacramento was Raider Nation. I feel like with the move, they kind of go back and forth. Some of them are, some of them aren't. Penta comes out after being the Iron Man last year. He really didn't fucking do anything. It feels like Penta really didn't do a lot. Then Randy Orton comes out at 29, and everyone's like, cool, yay, we get to sing Randy Orton's theme song. Randy Orton also does stuff. Randy Orton gets one elimination. I think he eliminated Javon Evans. He did. He eliminated Javon Evans, which capped off Javon's evening, which kind of sucked, but also, like, I get it. Then number 30 comes out, and it's Gunther. And everyone's like, really, bro? We're going to do this despite, I believe, Gunther being announced for the Royal Rumble as well as the retirement match with AJ. So, I was just kind of like, oh, right, I forgot he's in it. So, he's in there. He squabbles. He squabbles up. He eliminates some people. He eliminates Penta and Randy Orton. He eliminates Penta, I should say, number 24. Then Cody gets eliminated by Drew McIntyre interference, which I get that the Royal Rumble is a no DQ match, but I really, really don't enjoy it when that happens. Like, at all. I don't like that much. And then, off the back of the distraction of Drew McIntyre being like, oh, I did you a favor to Jacob Fatu. Fatu gets eliminated by Roman. Then Jey Uso later gets eliminated by Roman Reigns. And Logan Paul's in the Final Four. And I feel the air in my living room with all my family just get sucked out. When we realize once again that Logan Paul has made the Final Four of a Royal Rumble. 2 years in a row, by the way. 2 years in a row. Thankfully, he finished fourth. He was eliminated by Roman. Because fucking course he was. Then it was Roman, Gunther, and Randy. Then Gunther gets Randy out. And Gunther's in the final two of the Rumble. Again. I believe he was final two. Was he final two last year as well? Or was it just the one time against Cody? I don't remember, but he's been final two in these Rumbles now often enough. And Roman wins. Which, why? Is all I can really ask. Is why. Like, I don't mind Roman Reigns tribal chief, but we're really going to start to slip back into the Roman wins lull territory. Are we really going to do that? We're really going to undo all the goodwill that we did. 1 year, 12 mil for us. Yeah, that's how it goes. So yeah, that brings the show to a close. After what feels like a half hour of B-roll and fireworks and shit. I don't know what that was. Don't know what it was. But it ended the show. And I immediately started dreading this because I knew I was going to have to talk about it. Say some things about it. Yeah. Only thing I need to see, only thing I see out of it is Roman winning the World Heavyweight Championship, wanting the World Heavyweight Championship, and Punk with the Shield sweep. Yeah. I mean, I guess so. But also, he could have just dictated a challenge to CM Punk. And it could have worked instead. Like, Roman is a big enough star to the point where he doesn't really need a Rumble win to get a title match. It's like Charlotte winning in 2020. Like, she didn't really need to do that. Like, she didn't really have to win it. He's a big enough star to the point where he can just say, I want a title match against you, CM Punk, and you'd probably be like, all right, that's believable, fine. Like, what's the deal? Like, what is the problem with giving it to somebody who could have maybe used it a little more? Just show somebody that you fucking got faith in a guy like LA Knight. Like, you could have just made, like, I maybe understand not wanting Gunther to win it because, yeah, I feel like you wouldn't want to do that after he just retired AJ. Like, it feels like it would probably feel like it's a little much, too much too quick. I can see that. But, like, it's like, really, after, it's just like Knight, Jacob Fatu, perhaps, like, after you put Obafemi and Braun Breaker especially, at the beginning of the Rumble and having him get eliminated without doing anything, that really kind of killed it. Because I imagine everybody picked Braun Breaker to win because it just was the thing that made the most sense. But no, guess not. Roman's a 2-time winner now. Means our winner set from this year, Roman Reigns and Liv Morgan. And I'm going to be honest, I'm not moved by either of them. For the reasons I laid out with Roman, because quite frankly, I just don't think he needed a Rumble win. And also predominantly, like, and with Liv, I just don't think she's that good. Like, I don't think she's great. Judgment Day shenanigans watered down the second reign, and the first one was just not booked very well. So Liv has had two chances to be world champion. And to be totally honest, if she gets this third one, this is it. This reign has to be a fucking it has to be booked so fucking well that it actually hurts for me to even consider Liv getting another world championship if she wins this one. Like, it's got to be booked sensationally. I'm not saying it's got to be booked on the level of Asuka and NXT. I'm not saying she's got to go on that kind of run. Give her like a 4 to 5 month run by herself where she wins matches by herself and looks like a competent champion by herself for like 5 months. Have her drop the belt at SummerSlam. and see what you have in a babyface Liv Morgan who does things by herself. That is what I need to see to feel like, okay, fine, she can be a world champion again. Because we've had 2 chances that strike 1 and strike 2. If they swing and miss at this one again, I'm done. I'm out. And Roman, again, Roman just had the WWE Championship for how fucking long? 3 goddamn years. 1,300 days or some insane shit like that. He don't need to be in the world title picture again, ever, to be totally honest. And also, not to mention, he's a fucking part-timer. So, like, why? He's on a part-time schedule now. Like, what is the deal with that? It just doesn't make any sense to me. A lot of this just doesn't make any sense. Like, I don't think the show is that good. Like, at all. Maybe not at all. I don't think that the show is that good. I think in terms, because obviously it's weighted differently. I give this show about a 3 out of 10. And the only thing saving it from being worse is the singles matches. That's it. AJ Gunther was good. Sami Zayn and Drew McIntyre was fine. Yeah. And the worst thing is WWE's actually had a halfway decent January up to this point. Like, their January was actually pretty good leading up to that. It was like, the show was intriguing to watch. It was good to keep up with. There was some fun matches happened. And, like, some fun segments happened. And then this show happened and just... and it's cratered. Oh no, it dropped it. Now it's broken. We got one of those kind of situations. It's just, it's really annoying to see this company have such a good fucking... It's gonna have this. This company is gonna have to really scramble to make it so it's... Yeah, they're gonna have to do a lot to make Vegas actually draw something. Hold on, I'm gonna turn my backlights on. It's getting a little dark in my background. Okay. Yeah, they're gonna have to do a lot to make it sell. That, not only that, just to make it an intriguing event to go to. Also, the tickets are just expensive as fuck. So they're gonna have to work. They're gonna have to do a lot to make sure that this event is not only just gonna sell tickets in general, it's gonna fucking just, like, it's just gonna... That show, I would not be surprised if, like, most of it is empty. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if a good swath of those shows... I would not be surprised if a good swath of that show was completely empty. Like, like a bunch of the stands are just, there's nobody there. I wouldn't be shocked. Unless they nerf the shit out of the ticket prices, like, right before it happens, because they're scared it's not going to look full. I 100% would not be surprised if they just don't sell out the show. They're still going to count 2-day totals. I wouldn't be surprised if the 6-day total is less than 6 figures. I wouldn't be, the way they're going, the way they just shot their momentum like that. At least you could say that Liv is like a popular winner. Like I imagine a lot of people are happy that Liv won. Hell, they got a pop out of the Saudis. That's got to count for something. And then, I mean, well, I'm sorry. I cannot wrap my head around Roman winning. It really just strikes me as them wanting to say that they let Roman have a win. Yeah, I kind of think that they just wanted they just wanted to be able to say that I genuinely think they just wanted to say, like, oh, we gave him a win. Like, oh, we gave him a win where people cheered him. That's it. Like, I don't... Sorry, I have to do a thingy. Sorry, I have to do Giants-related shit posting. Well, not even shit posting, just reacting to front office moves. Could be one of the most dangerous infields in baseball. Yeah, in the batter's box. Like, yeah, in the batter's box. Put him in the field. Have you seen Luis Arias play second base? I play a better second base than he does. I've played second base in a competitive game exactly one time. Jesus wept, but at least he can get on base. All I can fucking ask for at this point. All right, I need to go to the bathroom. Again, turns out drinking a lot of water has unintended consequences. And those unintended consequences are having to piss every 20 minutes. I'll be back in a bit. Then I'll decide whether or not we're going to play Pro Wrestling Sim, or I'm just going to sit here and bitch for a little longer. It is 100% one of those streams, by the way. I am back. Oh, I play right field and coach pitch. I could probably play second better. I also play right field in my days. I played right field for 2 seasons, and then I was a catcher for my last before I stopped playing baseball. I played second in 1 competitive game of softball, and I did pretty good. So, all right. Anything else I want to bitch about this Rumble specifically, before I potentially move into something else? Because, oh boy, I could rant on the Sharks right now. I really could. I could. But I want to make sure that I have everything under control with the Rumble first. I was just thinking, remember when I did this, like, after every pay-per-view? There was a time when I used to do post shows on, like, every... It's like, there was a time when I used to do these after every show. Does not strike out, balances lineup that has a ton of swing and miss. The glove. The glove, no speed, no slug. I don't like it. Sorry, let me No, I don't want more people to see my reply. Shut the fuck up. All right. I mean, I could I keep going about this? I mean, like I said, perspective matchups. Really, all I've got that I've already talked about the idea of Liv versus Stephanie and Liv versus Jade. I've already said I don't think Liv versus Jade is a good match in the making. I just don't think that. It's like I don't think that match is going to be good to watch. Like Liv versus like Jade versus Tiffany last year wasn't really that good either. Like you got to really step back and think about this for a second when you say this. Jade is not good at wrestling. She's not. And as somebody who really likes it when when champions in their wrestling can actually wrestle, yeah, it's a little difficult for me to get behind a person who brazenly like has said in interviews that she doesn't see wrestling as the end game. She doesn't see that. She wants to be in movies and shit. Which like fair play, but like at least give a shit. If you want to be an actor, act like you care. And I don't see that she acts like she cares. I don't see it. And I don't like that. I don't like that she's got the gold. I don't like that she's got the gold right now. I don't like it. And then I've already talked about how I feel about Stephanie, and I'm not going to repeat myself with all that because I said a lot. I said a lot about Stephanie Vaquer. And I don't need to repeat myself at all. And I'm not going to. I think that match would be better. I think honestly, I think Stephanie's skill could drag it to being good. It's like I think she could drag it to being good. But it's not really. It's just not good to me. I mean, it's fine. It's better. I realize what I'm saying now. I'm kind of going in circles. Then it's... Sorry, I'm getting distracted by the fucking people in my house. If I may, for 1 second. Get my headphones on. Alright, that's better. So, now I guess we could move on to, like, Roman's perspective matches for where we are right now in terms of champions. That's Punk and Drew. I gotta really, figure out like all right, I should probably actually things are starting to get a little testy and okay, I might have to just ping Daw for this. Sorry. You know what? Honestly, I could just say it myself. Okay. All right, if I may, I'm doing my thing. Okay. Cool. Thanks for the lurk, Fireball. Okay. So, I mean, I guess Roman versus Drew could be fun. I mean, I guess it could be fun. Like, nah. Sorry, I kind of have to keep my eyes open on this chat right now because it's being stupid. Yeah, that's not. That's. Oh, that was from last year. All right. Well, is there anything else I want to say specifically about the Royal Rumble? I mean, Roman versus Punk, I guess, fun, different matchup. Hold on, if I may. Sorry. No, I think like it's fine. The Drew match I guess would be cool as like a little callback to Clash of the Castle. I guess that would be fine. But like the Punk and the Shield sweep, I guess that's a fun little in story that the people who've done their shit, who've done their homework and watch everything. I mean, I guess that's fine, but like, I just don't really feel it. It's not really, I don't know. I don't know. I don't really feel it. I don't generally, I mean, I think having Jacob versus Drew in the main event of WrestleMania would be pretty fun. I think it would be fun. I think it would be fun. But is that it? Okay. I think that's pretty much it. In terms of the Rumble itself. I think that's really about I think that's really about it that I wanted to. I think that's really about it. Like, yeah, it was like overall it was blech. I mean, it's like I said, it's weighted. The shows are weighted. The Royal Rumble's weighted differently because there's so much focus on the Royal Rumbles. Like if this show were evenly rated and everything would have been fine, and everything was kind of treated the same way, then you could say like, oh, this show was fine. Like the Rumbles maybe were like those two Royal Rumble matches maybe weren't that great, but hey man, the two singles matches were pretty good. Like, but like that's not how it goes. Well, that's just not how it goes. You can't have that. Oh, not to mention they also just had they just had pre-show matches and like they didn't air them. They were just not on the broadcast at all. It's like they just didn't have them on the broadcast. They did the Wyatt 6 and the MFTs. Dexter and Joe Gacy versus Solo and Tamatonga. Which, like, I mean, okay, I guess nobody really would want to see that. Like, who wants to see that again? And then the second one was the New Day and Grayson Waller versus Motor City and Nakamura, which, like, sure. But also, why? It's like, if you're going to have pre-show matches and just, like, not... If you're going to have pre-show matches and not even put them on the feed, what's even the point of announcing that pre-show matches are going to happen? Like, why would you tell us that there are going to be pre-show matches and then just not have them on the feed for everyone to see? Like, I don't understand that. But that's just me. That's how I feel. But other than that, I mean, I'm trying to think now. Is that about it? I think that's about it in terms of my ranting on the Royal Rumble and how not good it was. Now that that's out of the way, mind if I rant about the Sharks for a second? We'll get into Pro Wrestling Sim in a bit. I mean, I could rant about the Sharks while I'm on an ad break. Do I need to change my I think I might need to change my hat for this. I might need to change my hat for this. And I think I can take my hat off. I can take my headphones off because it feels like a lot of the crazy has left the house. So, all right, let's get this over with. Sharks lose 3-2 to the Calgary Flames. And it wasn't particularly close. Which, I mean, I don't understand why the fuck I don't even understand why the hell I'm opening up NHL.com. I didn't watch the game. I was watching the Royal Rumble. We watched the third period, which equates to about maybe the whole thing. So, the first and second period happened. It's 2-2 coming in, which, like, fine. And I'm just gonna bitch for a second. The officiating team sold the fuck out of this game, by the way. I don't like to complain about officials. Nobody really does, except for the people who do. I'm not one of those people. But, okay, all right. Apparently, I am not selected to the right thing. I like to keep this in the window. Okay. So, the officiating crew sold the fuck out of this game. First off, they called there was a no penalty on a check from behind Will Smith from Kevin Ball, I believe it was. And then he pushes out of a fight with Barkley Goodrow. Play stops. Zach Ostapchuk goes after him and starts a scrum. That was healthily represented both teams. And only Zach Ostapchuk gets penalty for it. And I'm like, okay. Then toward the end of that power play, and Barkley Goodrow got a 10-minute misconduct as well for that, by the way, for saying stuff on the bench, which, like, come on, man, really? Like, come on. It's like just adding to the narrative that once again referees are soft as fuck. Because they are. They're all little piss babies who can't handle a modicum of criticism about their jobs. So Goodrow gets a 10-minute penalty for that. Gets a misconduct for saying stuff, for saying words, and hurting the referee's little feelings. And then toward the end of that, they take a penalty. And then it's then it's 4-on-4 for a little while. And then Sharks get a power play. Flames score a shorthanded goal. Which normally is like, well, fuck, that's not good. But I'm pissed about this one. I don't like this one because on the build-up to this play, Alex Wenberg gets interfered with and there's no call. When earlier in the game, they took a Sharks goal off the board because of a penalty in the build-up. Tyler Toffoli scored a goal in the first period. Tyler Toffoli scored a goal in the first period. They chalked it off because John Klingberg high-sticked somebody in the build-up. And it didn't count. So, since you're calling penalties on the build-up, and since you're calling penalties on the build-up to goals now, you're going to call that penalty on Alex Wenberg, right? Right? You set a precedent. You're going to call that penalty on Alex Wenberg? That penalty to Alex Wenberg? You gonna call it? No? No, you're not going to call that? You're just going to let the game go? Okay. So, yeah. Yeah. The referees were not even tonight. It did not feel like it. It did not feel like they were even tonight. At all. So, yeah, they didn't feel even on that. And I mean, it's not like we were gonna it's not like we really had a good chance at winning any. We were getting caved by the Flames, brother. Like, that is the deal. What does the Sharks got both Philip Kurashev and Shakir Mukhamadullin off of IR today, which is great. We waived Vincent Iorio and he lost him to the Rangers, which sucks because Iorio is a young guy. He had a good game. He had a good game every now and then. I thought he was okay. I did fine. But unfortunately, it wasn't waiver exempt, and we lost him to the Rangers. Not ideal, but what are you going to do? But, oh boy. Some guys, no trades kick in. Or not kick in, they expire today. And they're just like, and those players, personally, I would not mind if I didn't see either of them in a Sharks jersey again. Which is unfair to Jeff Skinner, I would say, because Jeff Skinner really hasn't been given that much of a chance to play. He's been good in the last couple games he's played. But John fucking Klingberg, dude. Look, I like John Klingberg. I think overall he's been an okay addition. His offensive output is way better than it has any fucking right to be right now. He's not a world beater. He's not putting up Cale Makar numbers, because why the fuck would he? Why the fuck would he? But it was like, he's not putting up Cale Makar numbers. He just isn't. Why the fuck did I go over here? That's not the right thing. I'm trying to get his points numbers for the year. I'm trying to get his point numbers for the year. I don't remember what it is off the top of my head. I want to say he's got like about 20. This is not fucking stats. Thank you. Please. Player stats, you fuckwad. Oh my god. Okay. No, just, can you sort this by number? No, you can't. Okay. I want to say he's got somewhere around like 20. John Klingberg has 19 points in 40 games. So that's not awful. For a puck moving offensive defenseman, it's not great, but it's not awful. As a -6, though, you really would expect them to be better. You really, like, defensively, he's terrible. He to be fair, he's always been terrible defensively. But I think we need to move him. I think we need to move him and let guys like Shakir and Sam Dickinson have more on ice time. That Sam Dickinson, Vinny Desharnais defensive pair has been pretty damn good. It's been pretty good. Stats might not say it plus minus wise, but it's been good. Dickinson's a -2, Vinny Desharnais is a +2. It's not bad. Not bad. 9 points in 44 games as a rookie for Sam Dickinson. Not terrible. Not great. Not terrible either. But just like, not really feeling it for a lot of this. We are, or at least we were, in the second wildcard spot. And as much as I want to believe we can make the playoffs this year, if we're going to have performances like that against teams we should be caving, we're not going to make the playoffs this year. We'll be close. We'll be kind of in the same realm as the Islanders last year, where we're gonna be kind of in the same boat as we were last year. We're gonna be kind of in the same boat as the Islanders last year, where they were still decent, but they weren't good enough to make the playoffs. Or we're gonna be one of the last teams out, I would say. We'll finish maybe like 5 points out of a spot. Lose it to like LA or something. LA will trade for Panarin and then we'll lose it. Something like that. And that sucks because it would be really nice to get into the playoffs, but I don't think it's gonna happen. We're gonna have to be pretty fucking good in March once the break is over. We're gonna have to be really, really good in March to have a chance, and I honestly don't think that we will. I don't think it would have been any better. Trying to think. Is there anyone else I need to talk about? What does Barclay Goodrow need to do to get sat for a game? They brought Kurashev back into the lineup, but for Pavel Regenda, who was like one of our better players, who's been one of our better players since Kurashev went down. Pavel Regenda, I feel, needs to be in the lineup. And in all honesty, like, you don't even have to sit Goody. You sit Reeves. Sit Ryan Reeves. He's 39 and taking up minutes from a guy like Regenda, who's defensively sound and can actually generate some offensive output. Look, man, Ryan Reeves had that one goal against Anaheim earlier this year, and like that was it. It was a really nice. It was really nice, especially for Ryan Reeves, but still. Yeah, it's like just kind of recoup what you can for the people you get, and I don't think this year is the year. But if things continue the way they continue, and we show promise, the ends of this year, I think with the right moves and a decent enough draft or enough guys coming through, like I know Eric Polkamp is cleaning house in Denver right now. You can just throw him to the fire if you wanted to. You can bring Luca Cagnoni back up as well. Jack Thompson is down there in the AHL. You can bring him up if you want. You just need new bodies because shitting hell, dude. Klingberg on the defensive end is rough to watch sometimes. He's rough to watch. And as much as I love him, as much as I love his block shots, Mario Ferraro, we got to figure out what we're doing with him because I if this guy is still honestly taking up too much time on the ice for me. I personally think Ferraro is a great third pair guy to have. We're playing him on what, the second pair? First pair some nights? I think second. I think he's on the second pair. He was on the second pair. He was with, I think, Mook Madulin tonight. He was with Mook today, and he was with Lil Jagrin yesterday, and that defensive pair cost us the game against Edmonton. Because, honestly, they should never have been in that situation in the first place with Edmonton in overtime. First, they never should have made it to overtime. They should have closed it out, obviously. But you have to go to overtime. You can't start against the Edmonton trio of death. It is McDavid, Draisaitl, and Evan Bouchard. Against that, you can't not put your best players out. Then explain to me exactly why Ryan Warsofsky decided it was a good idea to put Alexander Wenberg out there with Mario Ferraro and Timothy Liljegren. Like, explain your thought process to me, Warsaw. Because I feel like you're trying too hard to think ahead that you're not thinking in this moment right now. It's like, oh, you were kind of, I think he said, I think it was to maybe have a little bit more defensive stability. Let's have a little more defensive stability out there to maybe try and strip the puck off of Edmonton and go up and have Mac on the ice fresh as soon as we get up there. With all due respect, buddy boy, you can't do that. You can't play to dispossess the puck when the team you're playing against has not only the best puck moving, one of, if not the best puck moving defenseman in the league, but also two of the most skilled offensive players in hockey on the fucking planet. I feel like Ryan Warsofsky lost us that game. I feel like Ryan Warsofsky definitely lost us that game at Edmonton, and I feel like he lost. And I feel like a combination of. Honestly, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna pound this drum until I can't anymore, until Twitch bans me for pounding something on camera. That the officiating lost us this game against Calgary today. And honestly, we're gonna have to find a way to overcome shit like that, because if we don't, we are not making the playoffs. Absolutely not. I said it myself. I said it myself on Twitter earlier that losing to Edmonton in overtime, like, I can take, but getting caved by the Calgary Flames is a genuine worry. Like, there is no way that with our talent, the season we're having, and their talent and the season they're having, that we should be losing that game. Like, no shot we should be losing. Especially if we want to fancy ourselves as a playoff team. No fucking way. We got Chicago on Monday. And if we don't win that game, I'll be really fucking concerned. Because I'm going to say this right now. The Chicago's not better than we are. They're not. The Hawks are not better than we are. The Flames weren't. We made it look difficult against fucking Vancouver. Actually, no, we didn't. We didn't make it look difficult against Vancouver. We actually played well against Vancouver. We played a really, really good 56 minutes against Edmonton. 56 out of 61 minutes against Edmonton, we played great. Only problem is the problems from last year reared their ugly ass heads. You can't go into a defensive turtle against the team that really, really likes odd man situations. That team that really likes special teams. Really likes being a man up. You can't turtle like that. You gotta pressure them into making mistakes. But Ryan Warsofsky decided, hey man, let's play the fourth line and turtle. Didn't fucking work. And we lost. And then we got caved against Calgary Flames today. I don't care what streak they're on. I don't care how hot of a streak they are on. I don't care if they're on fire, so to speak. We are a playoff team and they're not. So the fact that we lost this game by the margin we lost it in, honestly, was lucky. If not for Alex Nedeljkovic, if we had one of our goalies from last year, we would have lost like 7-2. We'd have lost by 5. Some of the saves that Ned was making today, honestly, make him the first star of the game. I don't care if we lost. If I go to NHL.com and he wasn't one of the 3 stars of the game, they're wrong. We had no business keeping that game as close as we did. But whatever, man. It's still got a lot of season left in a 1-month break. I almost just spilled all this all over my fucking pants. I almost overflowed this. Bandwagon of the other Sharks team, the one from Germany. See, the one team whose bandwagon I will not jump off is this one. I care too much. But yeah, Kryn, you missed my rant on the Royal Rumble. And I really don't feel like repeating myself. Like, I thought the show was mediocre. The singles matches were both okay. Styles, basically, I can give you cliff notes. I can basically give you the cliff notes. Styles, Gunther was pretty good. I did not want it. Really shouldn't have been in Saudi Arabia because I just don't think it really should have been there. Sammy versus Drew was fine if you're a fan of standard Sami Zayn matches, which I am. I thought the Women's Rumble was deeply infuriating to watch because nobody cared. I don't necessarily like Liv as the winner, but I understand it. I think if she's going to go after a current champion, she should go after Steph because Liv versus Jade does not sound like a good match to me. And I do not like the fact that Roman won the Men's Rumble, but also recognize that there really weren't that many other fucking options. Especially considering they decided to sacrifice Braun Breaker, who would have been an actually fun winner, in the first, 5 seconds of the Rumble. And honestly, I think this whole fiasco with the crowd and the lack of crowd, actually, I think, personally, they honestly should have played themselves out of WrestleMania 43. Because with that crowd, the way they were tonight, they were awful. That crowd was terrible. Is that my dinner call already? Shit, it is. It's almost 6 o'clock. God, I've been ranting for a while. But yeah, it's just Liv Jade would have a spot for worst match of the year. Yeah, exactly. Because it just would not be good. Liv is fine as a worker. She's not good enough to carry a match to being half decent. She's just not. And with Jade, it's a lot of carrying. So, I feel like if you put her with Steph, it'd at least be fun to watch, I guess. But other than that, I mean, it's really all there is to it. I mean, I don't really have a lot to say about it without going and repeating myself a million times. But Roman wins was obvious 3 months ago. Yeah, they did waste Braun and Obafemi. I liked what they were doing with Obafemi about 90% of the time. It's I was fine with what they did what they were doing with Obafemi up until Brock showed up. They had the stare downs. They had the stare downs. They had all that stuff. And then they just had Brock eliminate him with very little struggle. And I don't like that. And yeah, the Braun Breaker stuff was stupid. Honestly, if you wanted to do it, if you wanted to have that story progression and whatever, if you wanted to do that, just do it with Theory. Nobody gives a fuck about Austin Theory. Nobody gives a shit about Austin Theory. Nobody really gives a fuck about Austin Theory. Why couldn't you just do it to Theory? Other than that, I mean, it just upset all 7 Austin Theory fans. I think you're overshooting it by about 5. Cage Match Discord, we would have sent AT to NWA or CYN. True. True. I want to see Austin Theory control his narrative. I think that'd be really funny. But yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted. All I said about the Royal Rumble without going into the specifics. The VOD will be available after the stream is over. So if you want to just go back and watch it, you can. But honestly, if you don't, I get it. I am going to go grab dinner now because I am quite hungry. So I will see you guys in a little bit where we'll come back. And to be totally honest, I might run this exact card in Pro Wrestling Sim just to see how it does. Because I'm curious. I'm curious to see how it would do. All right. So I will be back in about 15, 20 minutes. And then we'll go ahead and do that. Okay? Okay. I'll see you guys back in a bit. Wait, okay, I'm here. All right. Okay, I am back. So, also, if I may for a second, earlier today before this stream started, I took out I took the limiter off of my microphone. So hopefully it hasn't been peaking and cutting out. Excuse me. Oof. Hopefully it hasn't been doing that this whole time. I like to think it hasn't, but you never really know. I finished listening to this, even though I've listened to this before. I don't need to finish that. Yeah, okay, so we'll put that over here so I know who is where. Okay, so we should be good on that. Okay, the only thing that sucks about this is that I'm gonna have to get to the Rumble itself. So, I guess I'm gonna kind of take the journey here with me. If I may, for 1 sec. Shit, I'm all over the place. Okay. I need Pro Wrestling Sim, actually. I need the game I'm gonna play, so, yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna continue this for a lot longer. It's all a matter of just, like, checking this. I'm honestly just curious. Okay. So, I would love to just... Okay, so what I'm gonna do... Oh my god, I just realized the database starts at, like, fucking... Oh, when does the database start? The one that I want to use? If I want to start... Oh, that's the one for the Twitch dev. Never mind. This is the standard one, I think. Yeah, no, I'm there. It starts in September. Ugh. Well, I mean, that's December 2024. Yeah, no, this is the most up-to-date one that I can use, so that sucks. Shit. So it's going to be a little while before we can actually do anything. Auto set contract pricing. Carrots and man, fuck financial balancing. Fuck that. No, I'm kidding. Set paid per appearance and written contracts to what it deems to be sensible values. Recommended for financial balance? Nah. Never go bankrupt. All booking scores will be 100%. Nobody will take your workers. Workers will never ask for promises, and negative morale is going to be ignored. But like, I think I have it so it started at I mean, if there's a January update, I don't have it. Actually, I should probably check that. Here, let's Oh, it's literally. Hold on. It's literally right there. Motherfucker. Okay, let's just do that then. Fine. Okay. We'll just do that then. We're gonna have to close the game though. Okay. This might take a little bit. Might keyword. Oh. Might take a little bit. It's already done. Lamau. It's already finished. Let me just make sure that it's in there. It is in there. Okay, let's All right, now let's start. All right. Okay. Okay, everything appears to be in order. All right. Okay, I was gonna say the only thing. Okay, we'll actually keep all this except the aging stuff. Okay. I'm honestly just kind of. All right, now I gotta keep my eyes open for when the Royal Rumble starts. That I need to do. Hello? Oh, there you go. Okay, so that's that. We're good. All right, so it's up. Oh, shit, no. I hit the wrong thing. Okay, so... Let's, Oh, oh, shit, it's, like, right there already. Holy crap. So if I go to... If I do... Let's do that. Let's do that. I might have to book a SmackDown. I might have to book a SmackDown. Keyword might. I really don't care about the rest of this. I just want to see what... I just want to see how this would do in a... I just want to see how this would do in a pro wrestling sim setting. I don't necessarily care about... I don't necessarily care about the nitty gritty and everything like that. I don't necessarily give a shit about that. I almost started scrolling to see, like, oh, what moves did Dumbass Pro make? They're not in the database yet. I have to copy this database and make a new one. I have to copy this database and make a new one to have that. Okay, so yeah. Okay. Let's yeah, it is entirely... Actually, hold on, let me here's hoping that if I sim forward this one more day, I won't have to book the SmackDown. But I'm probably gonna have to book the SmackDown. Do I risk it and go ahead one more day? You know what? I'll risk it and go ahead one more day. All right. I should be fine now. All I gotta do is just kind of hope that nobody's contract runs out. All right, so it looks to be fine. Okay. All right, let's do this. So, Good thing about this is that they don't care. Why is it? Why? That's wrong. It's not February 7th. Why? Why is SNME right now? What the fuck? Why is SNME tonight? Not the Rumble. Alright, fucking never mind. We're quitting again. Fucking alright. We're quitting again. We're not there yet. It's on February 7th for some ungodly reason. Let's go ahead to there. Well, that's annoying. This is gonna literally take me like 5 minutes to do. All I gotta do is just get everything back to where I want it to be. Okay. Okay. We should be fine now. For realsies this time. Now I get to freaking book this Rumble. I get to book this Rumble the exact way that they did. Just to see how it would do. That's Diana, that's not WWE. Okay then. So how much time do I got for this show? 240 minutes. That's 4 hours. This show did not last 4 hours. All right, let's see what we got here. So the Rumbles. Okay. I mean, this doesn't really matter, but I'm just doing this for posterity. I'm doing this for posterity. I don't necessarily give a fuck. 77 skill on Parks, you kidding me? That's bull. That is bull. All right, so I'm gonna just actually put them in order as well. This thing has AJ Lee in NXT, by the way. Lamau. Where is Miss who? Charlotte. Alexa. Oh, let me I can't even I can't actually. We'll filter this by the females. Do that. Kiana James. This might take me a little bit. Jax. Ivy Nile. So I'm just gonna do this in the order they came in, so. Candice. Jordan Grace. Becky Lynch. Solaruka. Roxanne Perez. He's what's her? Maxine Dupree. Natalia or Natty, who's still Natalia in this. Liv. No, Raquel, you're gonna be in the match. Lash. You're not. Oh my god. Are we really gonna do this? Zelina. No, fuck you. Raquel, you're in the match, god damn it. You're in the fuck it. You're in the match, bitch. I'm gonna have to go in and manually hold on here. We'll just fucking I'm gonna have to stop. There. Raquel's in the match. Then there's Chelsea. Chelsea. Julia. Io. Asuka. Rhea. Bailey. That's not Bailey. JC. Nikki Bella. Do we have the Bellas in here? You know, I realize this might not have Brie Bella in it. Piss! Oh, well, that's annoying. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and assume that it doesn't have Brie Bella involved. It does not. Cool! I get to figure out who's going in her spot. Or I should just like go out and get her. Lyra. Kalani. Kyrie. And okay, we'll do that. And then I mean, no, it wouldn't be true to events if I didn't just like it wouldn't be true to real events if I didn't do this. It wouldn't be true to events if I didn't do it. You know what? Let's make it informal. Let's make it informal. Screw it. Let's make it an informal deal, just so I can do it once. Just so I can have her on the show one time. Okay. So then it's is she under Brie Danielson or is it's Brie Danielson? You know what? I'm keeping it. Brie Bella and Tiff. Okay. Then Royal Rumble. We've already had the title. It's for the Women's Royal Rumble spot, and Liv won it. Throw from ring. It's fucking yeah. Okay. Over unspecified. Technically, she did beat Tiff. She technically beat Tiff. I think I could get away with just having Tiff be seen as the loser here. I think I can do that, and the match was literally an hour and 7 minutes long. 67? No, I'm just kidding. I don't fucking. All right, 67 minutes long. I think it actually is just long enough. Then it was Styles versus AJ. Excuse me. Sorry. Oh yeah, right. They are weird with this. AJ Styles and past him. There he is. Gunta. This match was 24 minutes long. No agent necessary. This was just a match. No title on the line. Gunther. Submission pass out. Styles. All right, cool. We love how doesn't specify for give him steel. Okay. Then we've got PA wages. Oh my god. My butt, it hurts. Holy crap. A local stadium in Minnesota for 25,000 people. You know what? I'll actually let it have the, except I'll probably go to Saudi. I'll probably go to local stadium in Saudi just to, and then it's Drew and Sammy. Oh, good. It has I saw him. It has Hobbs in here, so that's good. I don't have to what's it call it? Match gimmick, there was none. This match is for the WWE champ. That's the wrong belt. Why does because the simulation probably gave it to her. I was like, why the fuck does it's Claymore? Steel. This match was 16 minutes long. This was 16 minutes and 15 seconds. And we can nope, this is the wrong thing. Oh, I've already got it. Okay. It's good. I need 53 more minutes. This match is literally 56 minutes. Okay. All right, let's do this, shall we? Oh, do I have access to AAA? I do. Cool. Yeah, that's not a partnership. This isn't a partnership. They need to stop trying to pretend like WWE and Marty Gold have something together, because they don't. They do not. Stop trying to pretend like that's a thing. It's not a thing. It was a thing because they had a silent agreement on when Julia should come over to WWE. That's how that goes. That's how that went. We've got then. Oh, let me filter out by wrestlers so it goes a little bit quicker. Goes Ova, then Breaker, Ardlito, or go away, Paul. I mean, I might have to have Paul Heyman in there anyway, just to fucking stop it from showing up. Then Solo. You know what? Yeah, I'm just gonna have him in there. I'm just gonna have Paul in there. It's fine. Then Rey Mysterio. Then Rusev. Then Matt Cardona. Then Damian Priest. Only person WWE on the Raw. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Then it's Javon Evans. Then it goes Mr. Iguana. Then it's then it was Trick Williams. Then it's Cody. Where's Cody? There's Cody. Cody. Then it's Kaiser. Is he under? Oh, no, I don't think he's under. Oh, yeah, he is. He's right there. There's El Grande Americano. Then it's Chad Gable, the other El Grande Americano, but they don't have both of them, so whatever. Then it's Royce Keys. Or Hobbs. Then it's Theory. Unfortunately. Then it's Reed. Much more fortunately. Then it's Ilya. Of the Dragunov variety. As if there were any other Ilyas in WWE. Then it's Laparca. Dude, no, Laparca actually kind of popped me a bit. Yeah, Laparca actually popped me. And Laparca is not here. Excuse me. That's not great. Well, that's annoying. Damn it. Screw it. Let's just chuck Psycho Clown in there instead. Because I don't want to fucking, I don't feel like getting them. Whatever. I mean, is it really? I mean, yes, it is actually. Dragon Lee. I mean, oh yeah, no, this will be fine. Dragon Lee. Oh, I already passed him. Pogan Lol. Los Angeles Knight. Is Brock on the roster? Should be. Yeah, he's right there. The Miz. Ray Fenix. Oh, The Rock is the one that has no appearances. Jay. Oh, he's right there. All right, fine. I don't think I can, just, all right. He's right there. I see him. I didn't realize that he'd be listed as on the WWE roster proper, which is weird. Because I don't think he is on the proper roster. Unless he is, and I just didn't fucking know. All right, where's my guy? Dragon Lee. And it's Logan, Pogan Lol. Logan. Mike Gannon. Sure. Where is Mike the Mike? There is Mike the Mike. Phoenix. Jay Uso. It's just me, just Jay. Yeah. And there's Roman. Then it's Jacob of the Fatu variety. Not sure how many other Jacobs are in none. That's why. Penta. Then Randall Keith. And then it's Gunther again. Which is kind of annoying because, you know. Alright, 56. It's match gimmick. I almost forgot to make it a Royal Rumble. Royal Rumble. The men's Royal Rumble. Roman Reigns won last by eliminating Gunther. I mean, go from Braden. No, I don't think I even had the first one at Steel. I don't think I did. No, I didn't. Okay. I mean, I'm gonna actually just have her. I thought I said this. Apparently I did not. There you go. Okay. All right, that's the show. That is the dead ass show. That's it, and it's enough time. You have an hour and 17 minutes to add at the end of that. That was not in Europe. It was in Riyadh, so it was literally at a 25K seater. It's not this one. It's not this one, but it's 25K, so I'm going with it. It's a football stadium. I'm going with it anyway, but I think the new stadium was literally like 25,000 seats. I think that was what it was. Riyadh Season Stadium at King Abdullah Financial District at a temporary outdoor stadium. I think it was like a 25K seater. Ah, okay, never mind. It doesn't have it. It doesn't have it. Okay, it just says the name of the stadium. The stadium itself doesn't have a Wikipedia page. All right, that works. So this is the show. This is literally it. So, how does Pro Wrestling Sim think this show went? Let's see. Okay, I don't have any ad breaks coming up soon, do I? No, I do not. Perfect. Excuse me. All right, let's see. So the first, the women got a 90% crowd reaction, which is bullshit because we all watched the show. The match quality was 79%, and the overall segment score was 87%, which I think we all know is bullshit. Many much bullshit, but that's just kind of how it goes. Next is Styles and Gunther. Gunther, 91%, 86% total, and 82% crowd score, with Gunther getting a muted reaction because his momentum isn't good. Oh, this game. Yeah, 91% on that match quality, though. That's about what I would have given it, to be honest. There were a couple of moments where it was a little dead, but that's a Gunther match, though. Those happen. Then there's Drew and Sammy. 89% on the crowd, 75% on the match, and 83% total, which is not bad. It's not as good as I wanted it to be, but it's still not bad. Yeah, it's not bad. And the men's rumble, 94% on the crowd, 83% on the match quality, 90% on the rumble. That's a fucking call, I guess. Penta did the heavy lifting putting the story together? All right, cool, sure, whatever you say, man. But yeah. Yeah, that's what it was. It says 85%. Would have been 89 if we had max production. Yeah, I don't agree with that one, Chief. I don't agree with that at all. That show was not 89% worthy. It was not that good. It was not good. Is there anything else that I want to do in PWS before I close up? I mean, part of me is like, part of me is like, yes, but part of me is like, no, not really. Maybe I could use this extra time to, maybe I could use this time to, push the stuff that I need to push into, this new database. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, there are things that I do need to do, so, all right. Well, I don't need that anymore, so, yeah, I think I'm still gonna keep that, though. I'm gonna keep this. So it's 89%. It's way better than it had any right to be. But, all right. I'm going to go to the bathroom. I'll be back, and I'm going to start porting some of this stuff over to the new database. So I could actually, like, play the new database. If I want to start a new save, which you never know. I've already done too much work on the other one. The one that I'm going to use for the Twitch save eventually. The new save eventually. I've done too much work on it to just port it all over to the new one. So, I think I'm just going to, keep with that one. I'll just kind of port some shit over for me. And then I'll probably be done. So I'm going to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Yeah, I'm not even going to turn my mic off. Why do I need to? We'll port this stuff over to the new database, and then we'll probably call it quits. Okay. Okay. So all right, so I need a copy of that database now. In all honesty, okay, what databases do I have? Is my question. The original version of this database I could probably get rid of. But then again, this is the standard database that I just kind of do shit with. But also, I don't really need it. This was testing largely for this save, so I might keep that. I don't think I need this if I'm going to do the new one. Yeah, if I'm going to get the new one, I don't really need it. So I won't need that. Go to the workshop. Then Now Forever Together, January 2026. Copy to local files. We will do both of these. We'll copy the image folder too, because we're going to have to. The image folder is what's going to take a little while. Always does. It take a little bit. There you go. Copy. File is copied. And now we can go in, edit this database. Edit this database. You're not allowed to import promotions yet, are you? Unless you are. You are. Pog. Then we will go to the... I probably should have actually kept that one. We'll actually do we'll do this one, and I'll just kind of switch it to what I usually start with. That one. Import selected right here. Yeah, and I don't normally start with everything this high, so I'll actually usually just knock everything down back to what it is. The lowest stuff that you can normally do. I don't think I'll start with that much money. There you go. Better. We'll start kind of low. We'll start on the lower end, obviously. I think realistically we'll just probably do that. I usually like to start relatively small. I like to start small. Local to globals are fun to do. Except when they're not. But most of the time they are. So that's that. That's in there. The only things I now need to do are custom. Show hide existing. Okay, so that would mean all of these people are under different names in this database except for that one. That's me. I'm going to take that. You know what? Actually, I'm going to do something. Well, actually, nope, never mind. If I'm going to play this database I'm going to be playing this database by myself, so it doesn't really make a lot of sense for me to do what I was about to do, which was just change my name in the thing so I can not dox myself. But I'm largely going to be playing this database by myself, so it doesn't really matter that much. Way down to the V's, pal. I am right here. To Dumbass Pro. Here, if I may be totally honest, I might just change my contract name to The Dumbass. Because that's me, all right. No, I want to. Yeah, like that. I am a staffer. What are you talking about? Yup, that's it. Oh, right, my picture. We haven't done the pictures yet. We haven't loaded pictures in yet. Oh, let me save that. That's me, the future owner pool. That's still just me. If for some reason I leave WWE or I leave the promotion, I want to be like the first person in the check. All right, now we deal with the pictures. The together image pack. Let's open that in a different window. There we go. We can now go into realistically any of these. It doesn't really matter. We can. Oh, they see. That's good. That's smart. They added the Photoshop template, so you can. All right. For our first stop will be in the logos portion. A lot of these are the same. Oh my god, this thing has fucking fourth rope in it. Holy crap, that's insanity. Now we can go down to here. Both of these bad boys. All three of those bad boys, I should say. Actually, let me copy these and paste them in here. There you go. Should be good. Next, the last thing that we need to do is the people. All the way down to the V's. I'm curious to see what new renders people have in this game, in this database. Yeah, we're not down to the V's yet, stupid. Okay, now we're there. Oh, I'm right here. And did we paste that in there? And that should be everything we need. That should be everything we need. Okay, so we should be good to... We should be good to assign everything now. Okay, yeah, it does. It is that one up. Oh, okay, whoopsie. Okay, we should be good on this one now. So yeah, that's ready. And then to the V's. Right now. Oh, there you go. Already imported for me. All right, there we go. So that's good. So realistically, that should be fine. Actually, let me go ahead and make sure that the titles are like fine. Nope. Ooh. Actually, you know what? Here, we'll, do I have the other one as well? I don't think I do. No. Oh, yeah, I do. It's right there. It's it's a it's a personal thing. I can do whatever the hell I want. Everything appears to be in order. Yeah, everything's in order. Well, most everything is in order. Created 1, 26. I'll have to fix some of these. Uh, 1, 25, 26. And then 25. There you go. Okay. Maximum push. I'm gonna go with probably mid card. No, no max push. It's fine. It doesn't matter. Okay, so those are there now. That's good. Everything else should be in order, right? I don't have to recreate the fucking events and everything, right? Thank God. Okay, good. I don't have to recreate shit. Good. All right. Yeah, that's it. That's everything I want. So oh yeah, right. I forgot about this. The training schools are a thing now. I forgot about this. Right. Yeah, this is a thing I can do. No, I'm actually not gonna keep that. I'm not gonna worry about that yet. Maybe make sure that's not in there anymore. Okay. Are the venues any better than? No, they're not. They still suck. Okay. They're still done the super shitty way. Okay. Yeah, they're still done the dumb way that I don't like. All right. Okay, so I think that'll do it for me today. I know I didn't really play the game a whole lot, but this mainly existed as an avenue for me to rant about the Royal Rumble and how not good I thought it was. So we did the sim. The game said it was a lot better than it actually was. I got to do a lot of yapping today, and I somehow managed to stretch it to 3 hours. So that's pretty damn good for me. I think what's on the docket for tomorrow? Oh, we're playing the new Terraria update tomorrow. Yeah, I haven't actually played it yet, which might be a little surprising. It's a major update, and I haven't played it yet. So we're gonna skim around that a little bit tomorrow. So if you're curious to see what Terraria 1.4.5 looks like, I suggest you tune in tomorrow, same time as usual, 4 o'clock Pacific time. And I will hopefully see you then. I don't know what the fuck that was. I'm just gonna go. I'll see you guys tomorrow, hopefully.